Welcome back to the second episode of my Spider-Man cosplay series. In this video, I'll show you how to transfer the pattern onto fabric and add a dot texture and webs using puff paint. The pattern I'm using is the Alex Ross pattern by Insomnia CBR. Unfortunately, the pattern doesn't have any resizing instructions. However, I managed to figure it out and will share the process with you. Please note that these instructions only apply to this specific pattern. To get started, change the image size to 72.516 by 100 inches. Next, use this sizing chart to scale it accordingly. In my case, I increased it to 105%. Make sure to save it as a PDF so you can open it in Adobe Acrobat Reader, which is free by the way. Select the poster format, change the overlap to 0 inches, select the paper size, and hit print. After printing, I cut the edges off all the pages and taped them together. I cut out the pieces half an inch away from the sewing line. I also extended the neck so that I can have the mask separate from the rest of the suit, and split the back piece in half so I can add a zipper later. For the fabric, I used 4-way stretch nylon spandex that I got from my local fabric store. I found some blue fabric with a cool texture, and for the red, I added a dot texture using slick red puff paint and perforated vinyl. I had seen a few people do this technique before, but I had to modify it a little bit to work with the fabric I was using. I have no idea why the original method didn't work, but whatever. I traced the patterns onto the perforated vinyl, stuck them to the fabric, and traced around the edges. I then applied a generous amount of puff paint on it and spread it out with my hands because I couldn't find a tool that worked any better. And instead of pulling off the vinyl right away, I let it dry first, then peeled off the vinyl. This made it more difficult to peel off though. I placed the pattern on a light table and put the fabric on top, and traced the web lines using a mixture of matte black puff paint and a little bit of liquid latex so the webs would stretch and not break easily. I added a second layer of paint on the webs for added dimension. Then I flipped over the fabric pieces and placed them on the light table over the pattern to mark the sewing lines for later. And that's it. In the next episode, I will sew the mask, so be sure to click on the notification bell so you don't miss that video. And if you missed the last video, click here for the full playlist. That's it for now. I'll see you next time.